Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, I am Makalia, and in this video I'll be talking about my journey moving here to Phoenix, Arizona. If you're interested in hearing more about that, please stick around. I moved to the US around a year and a half ago to pursue my master's degree. I'll have to do another video talking more about the journey getting here. Now, if you know anything about being an international student, you are expected to land a job within a certain time period after you've completed your degree, or you're expected to return home. Very scary, right? So I am proactive. I started applying early, but I was not getting any sort of emails back that were positive. Like, I didn't feel like anyone was seeing my resume, but there was a voice that kept on telling me, be calm, everything is gonna work out. No, there's one thing I was doing though. I was just applying for jobs in the city that I was attending school. That was because I was thinking from a lack mindset. I was thinking, as an international student, who's gonna want to hire me in a different state? Like, it's a lot easier for companies to hire me if I'm already living here. Now, after applying for months, I started spreading my wings and applying to cities outside of where I was living. So I started applying in Texas, Florida, California, and
Phoenix, Arizona.
Now, Phoenix stood out because I came here the previous Thanksgiving and I fell in love with Phoenix. However, I just kept on applying everywhere. Around a week before I completed my master's degree, I was reached out by the HR manager for a job here in Phoenix for an interview. I was like, okay, that's a good sign. I prepared so long and hard for this interview because I was like, I have to nail this. Did the interview. It was not intense or anything. I felt like, okay, I think that went well. Was not 100% sure. Within a few hours after my interview, the HR manager responded to me via email saying, like, your interview went well. We would love to fly you out to Phoenix, Arizona to do a second interview, because my first interview was on Zoom. I was like,
I don't know nobody that gets flown out for an interview.
Like, what? I was freaking out because my logic was, driving to an interview is nerve-wracking enough. What do you mean by you want me to go on a plane, fly to you to do an interview? And then what if you guys don't hire me? That's gonna be so embarrassing. But I still prepared. I got dressed. I took a plane, flew to Phoenix for a day to do my interview. And it went well. It went so well. Everybody was so warm, so nice to me. They brought me to lunch. Like, it was good. I was like, this is like a dream. I went back home, and within 2 days after my interview, they reached out and told me that I got the job. Like, I was moving to Phoenix. I was like, no way. Within a week after I completed my master's, I had a job. Like, this is a girl that was applying for 6 months, and within a week of me completing, God was like, this is the time. Like, I did not need to be getting any interview 6 months before. I needed interview days before I completed, and I got my job days after I completed, because he's an on-time God. On time, every time, okay? So yeah, I packed up my bags and I moved. I loved it immediately. I loved it the first time I came. I still loved it when I moved here. It was awesome. I loved my apartment, and I was like, okay, period. But full transparency, I moved here by myself. Nobody that I know within thousands of miles. Any friends that I have that live in America, live in other states. Like, I know nobody in Phoenix. So it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is exciting, but this is scary. Like, my parents live in Jamaica. I have nobody here. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, who's gonna help me to relax my hair? Like, it started getting down to it. Like, who's gonna help me install my curtains? Like, it started getting scary, but I just kept an open mind to it, and it has been good. Like, I absolutely love how beautiful it is here, really close to the center of the city, that I can go to events, etc. There are not a lot of black people here, admittedly. There are around 4.8%. If you can see, Arizona's population is 4.8% of black people. Like, it's very small. So I did initially struggle to make friends, and I'm still in the process of making friends, but that was definitely like one point where I was like, there's not a lot of black people here. And I am not very specific to making friends with just black people, but it's nice to have other black friends, you know? So I did try Bumble, which is a dating app, but you can make friends on Bumble. And I met quite a few ladies there, and I decided to join a church, which was probably the best decision of my life. After I moved here, I went on a journey to find a church, but as I said, it's a 4.8% black people population. I am not prejudiced to people, so church was still good, but it never felt like home because there was nobody there that looked like me. When I tell you, there's a Sunday I went to church, I was the only black woman there. I stopped going to church for a while because it was kind of annoying not finding a place that felt like home. But there was a Sunday I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna Google a church and go to a church close by, and I found this church and I went, and it was immediately felt like home. All of the greeters were so warm. The greeters were dark skinned like me, so I was like, okay. Then the pastor came on the stage and he looked darker than probably even me. I was like, yes, God! Yes, God! Okay. When I looked around me, a lot of black people, Mexican, like, it was just a beautiful mix, and I was like, yeah, yes, God! This is it. The message was awesome, and I eventually decided to get baptized with that church. That's a whole other story I have to tell you guys about, but this decision of my life, I tell you.
Life changing. When I tell you life changing,
you guys have no idea. It's a beautiful experience because it's just something that upon moving to Phoenix, I just never knew this was going to be a part of my journey, of me fully giving my life over to God and getting baptized. Just not in my head that was a part of it. I thought I was just gonna dilly-dally, still pray here and there, but like, to be a full-blown Christian, I did not know that was a part of the plot. But I'm so thankful for God for putting that in it, because it just makes everything so much more worthwhile. I feel like there are certain places that are called for you, and I just feel like Phoenix has felt like a place that was meant for me, for now at least. I'm very big on knowing that things are sometimes, they are meant for you, but they're also temporary. I don't know if Phoenix is meant to be my place to live for the rest of my life, but I do know that at this age, 26 years old in 2024, leading to 2025, I was meant to be here. How filled up my heart feels when I see the sunset, when I see the little palm trees, when I go to the park. Like, I feel like there are other people that go and see these things and they don't feel how I feel, because I said, I feel like I'm meant to be here. So a lot of my experience feels a lot more surreal than another person. I'm a bit delusional, but like, it's that deep for me personally. So I started a lot more cardio, which is something I shied away from for a while. Grew to love it. I joined a run club and I found that I love running. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. And I have been in the process of furnishing my first apartment here, and it's been a beautiful experience. I'm not rushing it. Furnishing is expensive, and I think social media tries to push out this idea that you're just supposed to move into your apartment and have it all figured out in a matter of a few months. I don't have it figured out in a matter of a few months. I've been here for around 6 months, and I am just buying each of my pieces as time goes. I have other goals, and I will furnish intentionally, and I'll take my time, and when it's done, it's done. It's very important to understand what your journey is and to move at your pace and not the pace that the media tries to push it, or not just the media, what other people might have to say. Because a lot of people, if you listen to them, they'll say like,
how come you live in your apartment for so long, you don't have this, you don't have that?
Are they giving you the money to do it? Are they funding the other things that you're trying to achieve in your life? The answer is no. So what they think doesn't matter. I am so happy to share my experience with you guys because I don't have the perfect everything. As I get my pieces and I add to my apartment, I'll share that with you guys. I am on the journey of finding new hobbies here. So in my first vlog, which I re-uploaded, so it's not my second vlog, you guys would have seen me try pickleball. I loved that. I haven't been back yet, but I do want to go back. I just today did an art piece. It's called spackle painting. I'm gonna show you guys a clip. I did that today and it was so good. I was like, Picasso. I joined the library here, so I've been getting back into reading. I did that because I was doing a 75 hard challenge and I needed to read a book. So I am a part of a library, which is great. And I will just be continuing to find things to enjoy my time here in Phoenix. I'm happy to meet new people, have new experiences. I am very intentional about the people I want to meet though, because I am on a journey that I want people that I'm going on that journey to be on that similar journey with me. I'm not interested in partying currently. That's the old Makalia. When I tell you that, it's not even coming from my self-righteous place. I just have zero interest in going to bars and parties. It's just not for me. I want to do things that feel more fulfilling, and those things no longer feel fulfilling because they did at one point in my life. But yeah, I'm just taking that slowly. I am making friends in my church. I told you guys about the essentials class I attend at church, and in that class they initiated us forming groups. So I'm a part of a group with 4 other women, and we currently have Bible studies every week. It is temporary, but I know that after this essentials class is over, I will still be friends with these women. So yeah, and I'm just taking you guys along with me. I don't have it all figured out, but I am so excited for my journey here, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. I mean, I never really thought I'd do YouTube because I am a very private person, and I do know that there is a lot of danger in oversharing because there are people there that they're just not nice, you know, and it can oversharing can sometimes make a very beautiful experience negative. But I've just been feeling like I should share, and I'm listening, I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm good at this. Editing has been challenging and finding the time to balance it with my 9 to 5 is challenging. But I'm doing it. I'm taking you guys along with me. You just have to try things sometimes and figure it out. Try it if you like it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think it will be good. My goal here is to grow and to build a very healthy community. But my goal is also to show other young women that you can be a Christian, you can grow in your 20s, and it doesn't look perfect. But at the same time, there's not one way things should look. It looks different ways, and I think there is not as much representation on the real side of things, and I'm happy to add value to that space because so many content creators are just unrelatable. It's beautiful to look at, but when you really look at your life, it almost makes you feel like you're not doing enough based on just this perfect image they're portraying. And I'm not saying that that's not their reality, but for me and many of my friends, it's not relatable because that's not our reality. And I think a lot of women need to kind of see that the pace you're growing at is normal, it's healthy. Not because all of these content creators are moving at this or that pace means that you are behind. You're actually on time. What the growth they're having, it's not normal. It's beautiful to see, but it's not normal. The normal is this. I have been living here for 6 months and I still don't have a TV stand because I couldn't buy everything at once. But I have a bunch of things I'm trying to achieve at once, so some things have to be slow and steady. That's okay. But yeah, I'm taking you guys along with me on this journey. I don't know where it's taking me, but I'm taking you guys along with me, okay? So yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment below the type of videos you'd like to see from me. I do have an idea of what I'd like to share, but I'm always happy to hear what you guys want to see, and I will give the people what the people want. Yeah, thanks for watching me yap away about my journey coming here to Phoenix, Arizona. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want any tips and tricks about moving to the US as an international student. If you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to help. If you're considering moving to a new state or a new city, let this be your sign that it is so worth it. It is so worth it. There is so much beauty on the other side of fear, I tell you. There's so much beauty on the other side of the unknown, of the uncomfortable. I am a living testimony of that. And there's so much beauty in having faith in God's plan for your life and just trusting Him, genuinely trusting Him. Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye.